Welcome back to Sunrise. It's 21 minutes after 6 o'clock. It's 22 degrees Celsius here in Kingston. And of course, you know somebody who is a staple here. You'd think she live here. It's Olivia. Tony K. Good morning.
Well, thank God I don't mind that everybody knows my middle name. Good morning.
Olivia.
On the jeans, you know, friends.
Right?
Look at you.
I don't know.
Uncoordinated.
Yeah.
Jane.
We're just
What's
saying.
happening here, Jane? I like it.
Greatness is in our genes. Ba-doop.
I see what you did there. Good morning.
That was actually funny.
That was really good. It really was good.
Hi, Teeks.
Hi. Can I just please take a moment to do this because I know how much you hate it. Happy birthday, Nita! Happy birthday, Nita! Happy birthday, Nita! Happy birthday! Nita wants to go into a corner and shrivel
Look, the floor is opening up. You can disappear.
And now everybody just so you can see the Nita we're talking about. Come on, Nita.
Oh!
That will never happen. That will never happen. That will never happen.
The great Georgian. Yes.
All right, let's jump into the headlines, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, so first up, I Am Able app to benefit persons with disabilities. The government has launched the I Am Able app, which Labour and Social Security Minister Pernell Charles Jr. has described as a groundbreaking tool that will revolutionize how persons with disabilities interact with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, the JCPD, and by extension, the ministry. Charles Jr. said it was a bold step toward inclusion and accessibility. He was speaking on Tuesday in the House of Representatives while making his contribution to the 2025-2026 sectoral debate. Now, he said the initiative was in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and will be officially launched in June. Individuals will be able to register or renew their status with the JCPD using a mobile phone, simply by uploading photos of their TRN and other documents. The app also provides real-time updates on the registration process, reducing approval time from 30 days to just mere minutes. He said 25,000 individuals were targeted and added that this innovation eliminates the need to travel to ministry offices and removes a major barrier to access with the I Am Able app. We are using today's transformation to build tomorrow's future, ensuring that no one is left behind, he said.
I like this concept.
A lot.
One of the indicators of development is how we treat people who are differently abled, and so we can't say that the economy is growing, and we can't say that society is developing and transforming if we're not finding new ways, if we're not using that growth and development and transformation to improve the quality of life of more people. And of course, they would identify, I would imagine, that there are persons with disabilities who are not registering, and why. And look here, I've done interviews in years gone by with persons who are extremely tech savvy. You know, they're blind, but they are extremely tech savvy. They can do things with their phone that you cannot begin. You didn't even know your phone could do that. Mm-hmm. And you know, even members of the deaf community, like when you see them in Havre and they're at it, you know, and they utilize various technologies. So what I want to see is, you know, a significant increase in registration with the JCPD and an increased participation in their society. So I like the app. I like it that it's focused on I Am Able, so it's focusing on their ability and not their disability. So I'm quite fond of the idea.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned the blind. So last night I was at the 9-night for Fab Five keyboardist Sidney Thorpe, right?
Yes,
he was a keyboardist for decades with Fab Five, and he passed away. And he was blind. And, you know, we were listening to some, you know, people were giving their tributes to him at the 9-night, and somebody said one thing with Sidney, other than the fact that he was a musical genius, don't mess with him on the computer, you know. He would go and he'd teach people new things. He'd know all the new technology, the new keyboards out there. And so I love that you said that, Dennis, because it's true. Sometimes you think, oh, somebody's disabled, you kind of push them one side, and that's not the case. You know, there are many people who are differently abled, who are actually way advanced in many fields and many categories than we would ever even have access to. So, so we love this. Anything to make life easier, simpler, move faster. We are all for it.
I also think it is critically important that we realize as well, what we have to be careful not to do is say, okay, you are disabled, you're over here. Or you have a different type of learning, you're over here. What is critically important for a society that functions well is a full integration for everyone in the society to experience a high quality of life. And so apps like these allow the disabled to access information that they need to do what they need to do to make sure that their quality of life is good. And then we, as fully abled in other ways, need to make sure we integrate in a way and look out for in a way that we are, as a society, we are just empathetic of each other and supportive of each other.
I give you an example. I remember some years ago, I was working at a place and we were deciding that we're going to change the website and the app. So I was leading on that and, you know, had lots of meetings and came up with lots of ideas, and we're going to make the website so cool and everybody's going to love it. And we changed the website and everybody was calling us and website is great, and I'm, you know, I'm walking around the office feeling good. Yeah, the website is great. And I got a phone call from the front desk and I said, yeah, put the person through, and the person said, hi, Dennis. I was like, yeah. They said, you changed the website. I'm like, yeah, you like it? And he's like, no. And I was like, why? He's like, I'm visually impaired. I knew that website like the back of my hand. And he said, the way you guys have changed it, it's complete foolishness to somebody like me. And so I said, because we never included him in the process of fixing the website. And so so I brought him in, brought in a couple other people and said, let's make this so that from your perspective, it makes sense.
That's right.
See?
And that made it even better.
Correct.
And that's important.
That's the approach.
See?
It's the inclusive approach.
All right, next up, 20 new Commonwealth scholarships available to Jamaicans. The UK is offering 20 fully funded scholarships for Jamaicans to pursue advanced studies overseas. These Commonwealth Masters scholarships target candidates from the Caribbean and other small island nations. The scholarships aim to support building resilient democratic institutions and addressing global challenges. Scholars will access specialized activities to deepen their understanding of challenges facing small island developing states. Applications for the 2026 batch open on September 2, and this was announced by Alumni Relations Manager for the Association of Commonwealth Universities, Christy Scott, during a reception at the British High Commission in Kingston earlier this week. The program has already benefited over 420 Jamaicans since 1960, and applications for the Commonwealth Masters Scholarships for SIDS will be accepted through the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. Interested applicants can access the details regarding the requirements and the application form on the ministry's website.
All right. I hope that persons make use of it. It was just earlier this week I saw a friend of mine, and her daughter is at that age where she's looking for universities and she's looking for funding. And I was saying to her, you know, there are so many scholarships that come up. And I'm saying many of the times people just don't know. They're undersubscribed and the money's there, and you know it's not even competitive because lots of people are not applying for it. And so the question is, you know, we need to do things like this. We need to put the information out there so that people know that these scholarships are there, and also that people have kind of guidance on how to apply for them and make themselves attractive to them. And what I would hope is that these scholarships, that they're open for people who want to study a wide range of things and not just the same old things that, you know, sometimes organizations have agendas that we want people to research these things, you know? So,
yeah. Listen, anything that supports education and further education, take full advantage.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's one thing that nobody can take away from you, and is your education and your knowledge. So go on out there, tap into these opportunities, and see what you can make of it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So now, Sunrisers, the Soldiers are marching into the CASAFA Championship Finals this Saturday, May 17, where JDF will clash with Augustown for the title kickoff at 8:30 p.m. So make sure you're locked in right here on CVMTV, Facebook, and YouTube for the live action that you cannot afford to miss. That's just a quick reminder for you before we head to the break.
All right, that's it for the headlines. We're going to head to the break, and then it's over to Money Masterclass, which is brought to you by JN Bank. We'll be right back.